Hey everyone, today I'm going to be showing you everything that I packed for my baby for an overnight or multiple day trip. So to start, I always pack a pack and play with lots of blankets. The farm blanket is a little bit thicker, so it's a little bit more of a cushion to put on the bottom of the pack and play. I always bring his lounge bouncer because it's really nice to be able to just lay him in there and be able to feed him through his G tube. Of course, the diaper bag, the feeding bags. I always bring enough bags for at least one a day, enough formula to last the time that we are on the trip, plus a little bit more. Pedialyte in case there's constipation and or diarrhea issues. Bottle of water if you're in a place where you don't have access to good clean water. For long road trips or even places where it's a little bit harder to access water, I always fill the bottles so that I could just put the formula straight in there with the correct measurements. All of his medical stuff, I always pre-fill syringes of medications, and I usually do one extra for each medication. I have a slip syringe and a G-tube stiffener in case the G-tube slips out and I have to just replace the same G-tube. Split gauze, Q-tips, tape, mupirocin, extra syringes so I could use it for Tylenol or Zyrtec if needed, a nasal sucker, and then an electric nasal sucker. I also bring a cup in case he gets pretty congested in the lungs. I can use that to help clear his lungs. Saline spray if he gets stuffy. Always bring a thermometer. I always bring a 10 or 12 mil syringe to be able to clean his extension. I have my emergency G-tube bag, so it has an extra G-tube, extra extension, along with a gravity feed bag. I also take this seat here, so if he wants to sit up, he can, and it's also a bath seat. And then I always bring toys, of course. This one is his favorite. I also really like the multiple textures and materials. Gives him a variety of things to play with. And then I do some teething straws as well. Burp cloths. I bring every single burp cloth I own because my baby tends to throw up a lot. A big stack of clothes, my son's hand braces along with feet braces, and socks for those feet braces. Baby body soap, a fan because my son has heat intolerance. I always make sure to bring a charger for that. Charger for the pump. I always bring, of course, wipes and diapers. I bring 8 diapers for each day. The pump, I typically always bring the pump stand, a pump bag. This came with my pump, so if you don't have one, it's worth asking your medical supply company if they have one for your pump. I did attach this Velcro to it, and this makes it so nice to be able to make this more mobile. I could hook it onto the stroller, hook it onto the car seat really easily. So I just loaded the feed bag in there and the pump. I always just tuck the excess tubing inside the bag so it's not going to potentially caught on anything and pulled. And then I always just stick it outside the zipper. I don't use this little opening because I feel like that makes it a whole lot more difficult to get it in and out. And then as far as the Velcro, this is typically how I have it on the car seat. I do the similar thing on the stroller if I'm taking the stroller out, and it just wraps around. Makes it really nice and easy to be able to get it on and off. And then you don't have to worry about trying to set your bag somewhere so it's sitting upright. This makes it so it's all upright. I also love this fan because it has the 3 arms where I could easily wrap it around the handle of the car seat. So I could have a fan going on my baby in the car seat because he does get super hot while he's here. And then I could also hook this onto the stroller easily too. And this fan specifically will last 12 hours plus with one charge, which is super nice. My only thing is these are just barely big enough that my baby could slip his fingers in here, so I do have to make sure to keep it far away. But overall, this fan has been amazing. Thanks for joining me today. Be sure to go check out my other videos, and there's plenty more coming, so be sure to subscribe.